Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Josh Fleig. I am the new band director here at Douglas, and I just want to take this quick opportunity to introduce myself and to tell everybody about some important dates coming up as we think about the upcoming school year. Again, Mr. Fleig is my name, and I'm very happy to have this opportunity to be the band director here at Douglas. My most recent teaching experience has been at Cowley Community College in Ark City, which is obviously just a bit south of here. I taught at Cowley for 10 years, and in that time I had the opportunity to work with quite a number of Douglas high school students and over the years, and I can honestly say that Douglas students have been among my very favorite ones to work with, without exception. Douglas kids have always been very respectful and very good musicians, and again, I've been so pleased to have that opportunity to work with kids from this community over the years. And so when this job opportunity was presented, I was very excited to apply, and again, I'm very happy to have been given the position, or been offered the position to teach music here in this community. So I do want to tell you just a little bit about kind of philosophically where I'm coming from as a music teacher, and again to tell you about a few important dates that are coming up in the very near future. First of all, in terms of music, in terms of teaching music, I think the most important thing that I would say is I do view music not only as an art form but also as an academic discipline. And so what that means to me is that in order to achieve excellence, in order to achieve the highest levels of musical artistry that one is capable of, one must be very disciplined and take a very serious approach to studying music. And really what that means to me is I think it's very important that we are very dedicated to pursuing and to studying fundamentals, the fundamentals of music. And I sort of see this in a very similar light to athletics. If you want to be a great basketball player, you've got to be, to the fundamentals of basketball. If you want to be a good football player, so on and so forth. I think that music is very similar in that respect. And so what I emphasize in my teaching is a strong commitment to tone production, to intonation, to articulation, to rhythmic, integrity. There's a long list of fundamentals that we must be very secure in and must maintain a consistent approach to studying and to practicing in order for us to accurately interpret music in the way that we want to. So again, that is a big emphasis of my teaching style, is to emphasize these fundamentals, which are so important to us as we embark on the journey of creating music as a group, as a unit. Again, more on that as we go, but again, tone. It's all about making a great sound on your instrument, and there is a very simple approach to that. And just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy, but I think you'll agree that these are some very simple things that I'm going to be asking you guys to do. And that said, maybe the last thing I'll say about this is a lot of times we think about music and art as being something that only the talented people can do. And what I want to say about that is, yes, talent is important, but what is even more important than just raw talent is the work ethic that you bring to the table as a musician. So we're all gifted in different ways with different levels of talent, some more than others. I wish I had more talent in certain areas. But beyond that, it's really all about how much work are you willing to put into it, and that really is what separates a really excellent musician and a really excellent ensemble from one that is maybe not so excellent, is the level of work and commitment that you're willing to put into it. So anyway, more on that as we go for sure, but again, I just kind of want to tell you a little bit about me and kind of where I'm coming from as a teacher. Next, let's talk about some important dates in the very near future. I'm shooting this video in the middle of June here, and July and August is very fast approaching. The first date that you need to be aware of, first of all, I guess I'll talk about band camp. Band camp is going to be essentially the second week of August. So marching band camp will be from August 8th to August 12th, okay? And that's going to run from 8 a.m. to noon or something along those lines. And so, again, that is the first or the second full week of August. It's that first full week before we officially start school back. Now, before we get into the marching band camp and start tearing apart the show and learning the show, we will also have an orientation day. Now, this orientation day is going to be on Wednesday, July 27th. And my purpose for that is actually kind of twofold. First of all, with orientation, what I want to do is split the band up into its various sections. So what we're going to do is we'll have brasses will meet first. We'll meet at 8 o'clock, and we're going to do a brass session, a woodwind section, and then a percussion session. And each of those are going to be about an hour and a half in length. So we'll start with brasses at 8. Sorry, guys, you're the ones that have to get up early on that particular day. But we'll start at 8 with the brasses, then we'll do woodwinds from approximately 9:30, 11 to 12:30. Again, that is Wednesday, July 27th. And the purpose for this orientation day is actually twofold. First of all, what I want to do is take the opportunity to get to know each of you guys, or the band members that is, and also to give you the opportunity to get to know me a little bit. We're going to work on, as I mentioned before, fundamentals. I want to kind of give you an overview of my approach to learning fundamentals and to working on fundamentals as a musician. And so it'll be easier, I think, to do that in this way where we've got brasses, woodwinds, and then percussion in these three separate groups, almost like a sectional, if you will. So that's what that's going to be about, is to again, kind of lay the groundwork for what my expectations are in terms of your commitment to working on your sound and making that a consistent part of your practice and approach as a musician. The other part with the orientation day is it's going to be an opportunity for me to invite members, those students who maybe were enrolled in band before but are not currently enrolled. As I've gone through the rosters for next year, I will say that there has been a pretty significant dip in terms of the numbers, and I definitely want to change that, and so hopefully you guys will give me the opportunity to do that. I've got, as I said, the course rosters for next year show that we're just a little bit lower in numbers. Of course, we graduated a lot of seniors from last year, and that's certainly a normal thing. But again, there are quite a few of you out there who have participated in band who have yet to enroll. And so if that's you, be aware, I'm going to be making some phone calls here in the next couple of weeks. And so I certainly don't want to drive anybody nuts or come across as a used car salesman, as it were. But I definitely want to communicate with you guys. If you're one who has been in band and then decided not to do band this year, I'm going to be calling you. Lastly, if you are a student, a band student who plays a school-owned instrument, I would ask you to, as soon as possible, please let me know about that by sending me an email. Now, with certain instruments like bari sax and tuba, and, there are certain instruments that I think it's pretty reasonable to assume you're going to be playing on a school-owned instrument. But if you happen to be playing any instrument and you're relying upon the school to provide that to you, please let me know as soon as possible, so that way I can go through inventory and make sure that we have a good working instrument for you. And if I need to get something in the shop over the summer, I can do that. So sorry for the long-winded message here, but again, I just want to take an opportunity to introduce myself to you, let you know how excited I am to be here, and to let you know what's in store for the band program here at Douglas. I know that things have been a little bit up in the air, a little bit inconsistent over the past couple of years. But that said, I want to give everyone credit for the hard work that they've put in. I see the ratings that you've gotten and continue to get at the marching festivals and at state large group festival. I know that the tradition of creating great music here at Douglas is very solid and very secure. And my goal is to get in and to keep that going and to grow the program and to offer new and exciting things. One of those things, I'll just real quick here tell you that I am a jazz musician. And my hope is in the very near future that we can add jazz music as a component to what we do here. And so, but all that said, I know that this is a strong band program. I'm very excited to be here, and I want to keep things going and grow the program and make things even better as we go. So we can do it with your help and with your support. And so if you're a parent and have any questions, please let me know. If you're a student and have any questions, please let me know. Again, jfleig@usd396.net. If you're not enrolled, be expecting a phone call, because I'm gonna give you a call and see if I can't convince you to join us in what we're doing here. So again, thank you all so much. I look forward to meeting all of you and working with you, and have a great day.